bringing us some comic relief is the master of mirth. It's Joe Pasquale, and putting some sunshine in your step before the weekend is national treasure and agony aunt extraordinaire Denise Robertson. Now, Denise, you've solved some major problems in your time, but we've got a mountain for you to climb today. Sherry Hewson, her china cabinet hasn't been open for many a year now. And yes, that is a euphemism. How could you help Sherry find a man, Denise?
Well, there might be a man somewhere. There's a big hesitation there, wasn't there?
Brilliant. Well, dear. I suppose you're an agony aunt, not a miracle worker.
That's not nice. Oh, Cilla, help.
Not nice. Bruno!
You don't want to know about Bruno?
Yes, I want to know about Bruno.
For those of you who are confused, there is a Bruno on our audience, and Cilla just gave him a surprise before we came on air. There's Bruno! In the middle there!
Bruno!
He's had a Laura fun, and so have you.
Yes. I'm gobsmacked.
Don't say that!
She's all a flutter now.
I am.
Yeah.
Actually, the heart's going more than bum.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
and I felt his bumpity.
We'll be returning to our guests a little later. But first up today, Comic Relief kicks off tonight with over 8 hours of comedy capers from some of Britain's top comedians. Now, undoubtedly, one of the highlights will be the Take That tribute band, Fake That. Joining the bona fide band members will be 5 of our favourite comedians, including Alan Carr and James Corden, who'll be sending up the man band heartthrobs. Now, we all know that Gary and the boys will accept a bit of Mickey-taking. But how do you feel, ladies? Cilla, I'm looking at you. When people mimic you?
Oh, well, they've done it for a million years, because I've been around a million years. I think it's kind of quite flattering. I mean, I think you could go to anybody in this audience today, and one of the catchphrases is, surprise, surprise, which happens to me all the time.
Just happened to Bruno.
But you're not difficult to do, though, are you?
Well, I don't know.
As soon as I walk in the morning... Laura.
Yeah.
Everybody can do you.
Everybody's Laura. Can, and now...
Except Sherry, seemingly.
Since doing Benidorm, they shout, taxi drivers shout at me, Consuela! That's the new thing.
Yeah.
But Bobby Davro probably does the meanest and the bestest take on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, well, it does everybody, actually. I remember being in Spain, and Sir Cliff, was staying with me. And he passed the phone call. It was at the time that Tony Blair was at...
Tony Blair? Oh, Tony Blair!
Tony Blair was staying at Cliff's house in Barbados. And he passed the phone over. He said, Cilla, there's Tony on the phone to say a few words. And I went, hello, Prime Minister. I was really sort of very knocked out. And then he started to complain about the sheets on Cliff's bed, saying they were synthetic. And I said, well, I just saw him last week, and he said he'd ordered a shipload of Egyptian cotton, so I know they're not synthetic. It was that bloody Bobby Davro taking Tony Blair off, and that's how good he was. Brilliant. He was on the phone, even on the phone.
So you don't mind it then? You don't mind
I don't mind it, no, not of the great.
But the thing is, I'm quite difficult to do because...
Are you?
No, I am. I am difficult to do. I know...
Oh, you, Carol? Oh, you really, Carol?
Shut up! No, I don't!
Oh, no,
Shut
really?
up!
Oh,
no,
really?
I don't! Shut up!
Yeah, but you see, what you're doing is you're not mimicking me, you're just pillorying me. You're just...
No, I'm doing you drunk. How would you know what I'm like when you're drunk? Because that is actually what you're like.
No, I'm not.
Sherry?
Yeah, shut up! up! Shut up!
I've got to go home. I've got to go home.
Actually, the best impression of me was done, and I was really, really over the moon about it. I was flattered because it was on the impression show. You know, John Coltrane,
yeah,
Debra Stephenson, and she did me. They were doing this thing with this audition for Loose Women.
We've got it. Do you want to
we've
look?
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, go on then.
Here you are.
No, people just think that we turn up to the studio and spend an hour chat for an hour. It's not true. With ad breaks, we only get 47 minutes. Come on, let's go and talk to some of the hopefuls.
Not yet.
Do you like the sound of your own voice?
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there because I'm more interested in what I've got to say.
Absolutely brilliant.
But the thing is, nobody does me. But when I was, because obviously I'm an actor, but when I was as Maureen, the character Maureen, everybody did me with the pinny on, and they were all Maureens. But I wouldn't know anything about how you do me, would you?
Yeah, I know someone who does you really well.
No.
Not me, but actually a very good friend of yours. Who's never actually done it to your face, because actually it is so funny, because when Sherry's with certain people, she becomes completely incapable of doing anything. And she just orders everybody around. Oh, where's my plane ticket? What shall I do? Do I have to get up the stairs? Do I open the door? How do I open the door? Do I put the key in? Yeah. Oh, how do I get a drink? Can I order a drink, please? Excuse me, you. Can you get me a drink?
Oh, yes,
Oh, that's very like you not knowing. Oh, no, I don't know. Get me out of here. I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, I'm late. Oh, I want to go home. I want to go home. Who's that?
That's you.
Hey, but I'll tell you what.
I don't do that. I don't scream.
Oh, and I don't do that. And I don't do that either.
I'm putting you both on the naughty step.
Fight.
Now stop it. Because we've got a little Cilla moment coming up now.
Oh.
I've been through the archives, and this show is no longer on air. But here you are, rubbered up.
Rubbered up. Bruno.
Welcome to Surprise, Surprise. Now, Gladys, you've been happily married for 25 years, haven't you? You've got a lot of lovely knickers and a fabulous home. But there's something missing in your life, isn't it, Chuck? That's right, Cilla. Don't cry yet, Gladys. Watch the cue cards. Oh, because you were involved in a really bad accident, weren't you? You're going to tell everyone when it happened.
On the way to the studio tonight.
Oh, you lost both your legs, didn't you, Chuck?
Yes.
Oh, now come on. Well, listen, we've got a big surprise for you, Gladys. We've tracked them down, and they're here tonight. Gladys, your leg.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, my God. You know, I did try to buy me head. I did, and I saw it decapitated, and me along with the Queen in a wardrobe, because they were up for sale. And I thought, oh, no, I can't buy that. Well, the teeth alone... Well, I suppose, yeah. Bunch of bananas.
Love it. That was brilliant. Well, we're going to have to take a break now and compose ourselves, but stick around because Denise Roberts